Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the long road to Novigrad, a Witcher pen and paper TTRPG. Uh, Last we left off, some wraiths happened. Uh, Someone made an extra wraith as an oopsie. Uh,
Certainly was not me.
no, not at all. Um, you hunted down the wraiths, you uncovered why the initial wraith was active, an act of violence from the Nilfgaardian forces. You fought two wraiths. Cinead encased themselves in their own rock magic. Uh,
Also, definitely meant to do that.
yeah. Um, but both wraiths fell. One wraith, you noticed, fell into this pile of green glowing ash. The other wraith, the prime wraith, if you will, the one that previously existed, did not. And I believe I gave this information already, but if I didn't, I will do again if I can get a let me check the roll.
I just want to throw out there real quick that how much more awesome Cinead sounds without context, encasing himself in his own rock magic and creating wraiths.
Yeah, that is true. If you ignore the outcomes of what happened, it does sound really cool. Vidar, can I have a
Yes,
Witcher training?
I was about to say, and I believe I get a +2 because it's part of Spectre.
Yes.
Oh, we're rolling real dice if we want, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
That's a 20.
You fought specters before. You know how they work. Certain wraiths will, when defeated, will dissipate into the wraith dust. Other more powerful wraiths, when defeated, might just be dispersed. One of the best ways to really kill a wraith, if you will, is to burn what is important to them or something of the like. And with your 20, you can recall that it's very possible that to remove this prime wraith would be to burn the bones that were in
Yeah.
the building.
So this farmhouse is pretty much gone. Like I shouldn't say gone. Pretty
It
much no one's
is, yeah, and it's a
living here.
destroyed farmhouse already. Parts of the ceiling, parts of the thatch roof were kind of caved in from time, and
Yep.
You
So
know, I took that totally different. Like when you said that for some reason, when you were like, "Oh, this farmhouse is totally gone," I thought you meant like, "Oh, we're just gonna burn the hell out of this farmhouse like right now."
I mean,
I don't
I
think
was
that's too
building up
far
to
off.
that.
I was gonna say, I think I heard it in your tone of voice, Panda. I was like, he's gonna ask me to burn the building.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I was about to say, is there anything flammable that could easily start a fire? Because at this point, he's just gonna be totally thorough and just
Mm.
burn the entire all of it down.
Well, it's helpful that it is like an entire thatch building, and that goes
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. So
You
without
need
saying a
a
word
lighter?
after dealing with this, he's just gonna go about getting enough together to
Mhm.
start this fire and make sure it's stoked enough to make sure it's all traces of what happened in this building
Mm.
and the bones are completely gone.
Mhm.
Are you making a starter, like a little bundle of stuff to use as a torch, or what do you?
Something, probably whatever kindling he can get to start really getting this fire going and making sure everything's burnt down.
So Cinead is following along what you're doing, kind of recognizes that you may not know exactly why, but I mean you can put two to two together, and I can tell you're starting a fire. I want to look over to see if Averan is doing anything, because otherwise I might do something.
I believe unless you want to do something else, Averin, I did clock in the chat at the end of our last. You did say you were picking up the wraith dust, so it's very possible as you look over as you guys are
Oh
setting the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
fire, Averin is scooping up the glowing green wraith dust into his pouches.
Okay. So if you are
Look,
occupied, or go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I also imagine that while he's doing so, like nonchalantly, he's also just kind of like whistling a little tune, like a little jingle as he's just picking up this dust and putting it in a pouch in the background.
Can I go up kind of behind Vidar, or squat down if you're knelt down or anything, and just lean not too close? But I've heard witchers, you can use a little magic, can't you?
Yes.
Couldn't you just snap your fingers and
I could.
make a?
It's also faster to make sure it's enough starter here.
Ah, I see. The experience of a witcher, no doubt. I'll stand back up and resume watching. Actually, I also want to look out at the surroundings because it's in the middle of night, right? Are it pretty bright moon maybe, so we can still sort of see?
Yeah, I think that is the way I described it. It is late night, but with a bright moon overhead illuminating the farmland.
No sign of like random Nilfgaardian soldiers about. Pretty empty.
Give me a I think it would be an awareness.
An awareness roll. Okay. Remind me, 2d10 plus the awareness skill, or is it 1d10 plus awareness skill?
1d10 plus the stat plus your skill. So
Okay, so
1d10 plus the primary stat plus your skill.
okay, so
And
into 10
the
awareness.
exploding
In
die.
plus
Yeah.
5.
Pretty gem die.
Nice. Or
That's a
plus
5 plus 12 for 17.
Okay. As you scan the area, you do not see any Nilfgaardians on the march. You do not see any soldiers. You do see back on the road the merchant who hired you all for this journey. Um, has this almost. Oh, hold on a second. Has this look of impatience on his face, but less impatience in like hurry up and get this done, and more impatience of uh it is late, we're in a dangerous area, let's get moving. Um
The type of impatience that comes from we are mortal and do not live long lives. I would not like to remain here.
yeah, exactly. Um you also you've been told by Vidar that you are actively well, yeah, no, Vidar, you told the party that you're kind of you
Yeah,
might not
we're
have told
kind of
them
being
everything, but you're being hunted.
watched
Yeah.
by something.
Um you were told you were being watched by a creature or otherwise.
I think I specifically did say it was a Leshy, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
'cause I had figured that out pretty
Mhm.
early on and had warned everybody, like, yeah, no, it's being weird and is actively watching / pursuing us.
It is moving beyond its borders to actually hunt us.
Yeah.
So Cinead, you don't see Nilfgaardians. You see the look of I don't want to die here on the merchant. Let's get moving, and you
Mhm.
begin to hear um, the faintest sound of mass cawing, like a murder of crows, is on its way.
That's a bad omen. I would like to go to the other end of the thatch roof from wherever. Uh, oh shoot, what is your name?
Vidar?
Averan.
Oh, Averan.
No, not Averan. Sorry, Vidar. Yeah, wrong person. So if you're starting to light the roof on the other, I want to cast a spell myself and try to help expedite it by like
Right.
igniting the thatch down the thing, and I'll cast Enye, if that's how you pronounce it.
Allows you to throw a ball of pure fire.
I just want to like shoot it so like the moat travels
Yeah.
down like the edge of the thatch to try to like just help expedite this.
As
And
you
I was gonna say, as he started to do that, most of the pile that he was making was kind of like the bed and making sure the bones are like right in the middle of it, so that when he's finally set with it,
Like the
after hearing
pyre.
the spell go off, I'm casting Igni.
you cast Igni, blasting out this symbol of fire as the roof of the thatch roof above you lights up in flame, casting this bright light all around you. Averin, you might have to shield your eyes for a split second um, before you see, because it's The Witcher, we have to be a little badass. As the building kind of begins to burn and crumble in on itself, Vidar doing the cool guys don't look at explosions out the door as
Walking out.
it all
Yeah.
burns around him. Um, but
As I'm
Mhm.
sorry to
No, you're good.
cut you off mid description, I was going to ask, did I hear the crows?
So I'm gonna get to that in a second.
Okay.
As you walk out, Cinead, you're on the back end of the farmhouse, having lit up the roof, the thatch roof. As this blaze lights the area, you turn, look into the woods for a split second. One pair, two pair, three pair, several glowing eyes just watching you. Not close. You look through the trees quite a ways, but there are several pairs of eyes glowing in the now kind of illuminated uh, shadow of these woods, um, that you definitely did not notice there before. They have teeth, sharp teeth, but they're not encroaching on you. They're watching. That is when, Vidar, you walk outside, and this murder of crows, caw, 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 flies directly over the farmstead. And in this illuminated area, and all three of you see a mass of crows fly overhead.
Seeing the mass of crows fly over, could I run a magic training to see if like I know of like if I can tell that this is like the byproduct of magic, or if it's just like the crows freaking out because of this or that.
Sure.
Like 29.
Natural 29.
Nice.
Um,
Nice. That's really good.
Leshens. And most creatures in The Witcher, if I am remembering my Witcher lore correctly, I forget the name of it, but monsters were created when the two worlds, I think, overlapped with each other, which allowed monsters to form and enter the world and are kind of innately magical. They're like innately magical beings. Leshens more so. Leshens have direct control over woodland creatures. They form cairns, they form totems. Um Leshens are, if you took a druid and warped them into a beast and creature of pure uh nature's wrath.
So
And
think kind of like a bog hag or some shit.
yeah, except yeah, Leshens are powerful woodland creatures. They are like the lords of the wood. One of the nicknames for Leshens are lords of the wood. Um they control animals, they control wolves, they control crows. This is not a normal murder of crows. This is a murder of crows that is being sent by a Leshen to, from what you were told by Vidar, watch you. There is a Leshen actively following you, and these are his crows.
Do I know this too, or is this just
This is Averan
Averan?
in the moment with his
Okay.
magic training.
Right. Okay.
So the three scenarios, the three scenarios right now are: Cinead, you're behind the building,
Yep.
looking at these multiple eyes staring at you. Vidar, you're walking out of the fire, maybe even staring up at the crows as they pass by. Averin watches the crows pass by near Vidar and is deducing the magical means behind it. And it sounded like you wanted to say something, Averin.
Yeah, everyone would look over at Vidar and be like, yeah, this is definitely some Lord of the Woods style of work here. So yeah, you're definitely right. We're being watched.
Yes. It's time for us to move on. I had to make sure that that wraith was taken care of.
Which, if you wanted Cinead now, you can overhear them talking as you round the building once again.
So he doesn't say anything specifically at first, but you see him coming around, and he's like looking over his shoulder at the eyes in the woods behind. And his attention is very just like that way. But as the flames begin to light up from the roof and the cabin burning, the farmhouse burning, he wants to go check his horse to make sure that it's still there and everything. And I I think that the merchant, uh, where's he going off to? He's gonna get killed out there if he's all alone.
Then perhaps we no longer keep waiting and move.
I will go get mounted to my onto my horse, which I think was named Freya, but I cannot find my note for that.
And while he's figuring that out, just to carry over from my earlier role, do I know if I can use that wraith dust? I don't know how much of it is left, but any of it is used as a component for anything.
I believe so, yes. Let me go to the information in the PDF. Good old PDF. There's a joke that I can make, but I'm not going to do it. It's crude. Yes. You can there are mutagens, which you can let me read about mutagens here. After killing a monster, a Witcher can roll Witcher training at DC 16 to find the best part of the beast with the most mutagenic properties. There's nothing to cut out because it's Wraith Dust, but I'll say you can still grab it. I will decrease the DC a little bit because it's dust. So if you want to give me a Witcher training.
Sure. Do I also get the +2 again because the Spectre?
Yes.
That's an 18.
18. Okay. So you are able to get a green mutagen from this wraith.
Okay.
And what that will do for you is it does require an alchemy check to consume the mutagen.
Gotcha.
Because you're versed in specters, I will again decrease the DC. The game doesn't do that, but I feel like if you're a Witcher
Yeah.
and you're trained in a specific monster,
Yep.
I'm gonna lower the DC for you. Mutagens are permanent. They transform how you kind of look a little bit in return for more power. Should you use the mutagen of the Wraith, you will gain an additional 10 HP, and that's permanent. It's not temporary. You gain 10 HP.
Oh,
That's really good. Wow.
yeah.
It's good to be a Witcher.
Yeah. That was a 15 on my alchemy.
Did you want to consume it immediately?
No, I'll save it for now.
Okay, so then don't worry about the alchemy. That the alchemy is to actually consume it.
Oh, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Then you know what? Yeah, no, I'll consume it now.
Okay. So as DC reduced 15, I'll say that's good enough. As you consume the Wraith mutagen, uh, as you begin to walk back towards the merchant, Averan and Cinead watch as the what parts of skin are visible for Vidar other than his face? Or is
Probably
he
just his face, I would imagine. Because otherwise, he's kind of like. I'd imagine most of the Skelliger clothing is very much Nordic in nature, which a
yeah,
lot of it is long sleeves. So,
sleeves,
and
hides, chain?
yeah, and his hands would be gloved just
Mm-hmm.
because, trying to protect his hands
Mm-hmm.
more so from, being beaten on him by using his weapons.
Mm-hmm. So,
I have a question,
mm-hmm.
and this so a lot of the abilities are skills, but in touch doesn't necessarily have it just has like a direct benefit stat wise. So and it has to do with like being in touch with like the flow of fucking magic or whatever. If I had points in that, would you allow me to like essentially like since I'm in touch with the flow of magic, be able to do something like sense the direction of a magic user based upon the fucking like effects of their magic nearby?
Yeah.
Sweet. Could I
Um,
roll an in touch to like know kind of like a rough general direction of where the election might be right now, based upon we are under the effects of its magic right now?
sure. And I will say, as you do that, for whoever's looking, um, which I think might just be um Cinead, uh, you notice as your Witcher companion, as they
Shit roll.
consume this mutagen, um, their face, the only bits of visible skin you can see that isn't under armor or under heavy clothing. Um, his skin becomes taut and sticks to the bone almost as he's become gaunt. But the muscle on his body, he's still there. It's all still there. He's still this large skeleton witcher. But as the mutagen is consumed, despite you, Vidar, feeling this surge of health to yourself, you do feel your skin become gaunt. Your skin start to become tight and stick to the bone as the mutagen uh, affects you.
Gotcha.
Which the minor mutation of a wraith mutagen, your skin becomes taut and you begin to look almost gaunt, uh,
Yep.
and your skin, maybe not directly visible to Cinead, but over time your skin starts to feel a lot more dry and begins to dry out quicker than it should.
Cinead doesn't comment, but observing that, he just thinks the Witchers, they're really not human, are they? But he doesn't say anything.
Just want to say, quick shout out. We have an Arclight Court in the chat for the stream. And he just said, "Is that Lee, my mecha old man partner in crime?"
What up, Arclight?
What's up, Ark?
Uh, but yes, your skin begins to go taut, and you begin walking. Averan, as you kind of take this pause to suss out where this magic might be coming from. It's not that it's an overload of sensation, but between the mass of woodlands around you and the fact that Leshens control the woods, that is their domain, it's just hard to get a direct beat.
It's feeling like it's kind of like all around instead of like a
Exactly,
more
yes.
directed. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
As you approach the wagon, the merchant, he kind of looks at all of you, looks at the fire past you. I think I said he was up the road a little bit. I don't think he was directly watching what was going on. But he does look at all of you and says, "Is everything all right? Can we please get a move on?"
Yes.
Ignore the
No
flames.
and yes.
Things are all right now. Just ignore the flames.
Okay, well, let's keep moving. We have We have some journey still ahead of us. And
Everyone keep their eyes open.
And as you say that, you begin moving down the long road to Novigrad. I'm gonna name drop it every time I can. Uh, Section 5, it's gonna be the long roads to Novigrad because you have options you can take. But you continue down the long road to Novigrad, and everyone, the three of you, roll me wilderness survivals if you got it.
Wilderness survivals.
That's a natural 30.
Do we even need to roll? Can I just follow The Witcher?
I think you can just follow The Witcher.
I'm just gonna do that because
Yeah, I think at this point he kind of took like front.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't said anything, but Cinead is now mounted, and so he has the chance to kind of look down at, I believe it was his leg, which has been kind of torn, not by claw or magic or anything, but I think is by rock
Oh
and
yes.
earth.
Oh
And
yes.
it's just pretty raw under his trousers, which might even be torn. But I would like to take the opportunity, if we're just kind of traveling and we can defer all the survival checks to Vidar, I would like to try to like close my eyes, focus on the chaos of magic around me, and tap into that and try to rebond my flesh back together, and cast another spell.
Okay.
This one is boringly named Magic Healing. So
All right. Do your
just
spell casting.
so for 3 rounds, 5 points per round, so 15. Presuming we're not like in a combat or anything, so I can just take plus 15.
Surprise!
Which
The
would
Lich
bring
attacks right now. No, I'm joking.
that would bring me back up to full, actually.
Okay, so
I was 14 down.
You have this rejuvenating magic uplift you as you're riding. Vidar, as you're moving along the road that is not
Did
so
we
short.
both take heal?
Do you have it too?
Damn right I do.
You
I took it because I don't know. That was maybe a little meta of me, but this is the Witcher game.
Yeah.
Well, when I made my character, I thought I was going to be the only mage. I thought everyone else was going to go Witcher. So I thought, oh, I'll be in a party full of Witchers and I'll have healing,
We basically were thinking the same thing, though. I almost switched him back to being I don't remember if it's called assassin or rogue.
I think it was criminal.
Criminal. That the first session where I was kind of like, the whole thing is trying to keep being a mage a secret, and he just has his little knife.
Threw that out the window.
Knife.
Yeah. But Vidar, as you move on the road with your 30 in wilderness survival.
Yep.
I put it.
You come to the conclusion that A, there is not a hamlet or village or whatnot for a while.
Nope.
You're going to be on the road in the woods till morning.
Yep.
Which means you'll likely have to camp out for the night. With
Assuming there isn't any exhaustion rules for forced march, yeah.
And I do think there are.
Are you kidding? I'll hop on the wagon with the merchant.
But with a 30, you are able to find a proper location, whether it's on the side of the road or a field or maybe you take a small little detour, you tell the caravan to stop, you take a detour into the woods and you find a spot. You are able to find a spot where you are able to have a good lay of the land within your view.
Gotcha.
Not that you don't feel safe here. There's still a Leshen following you.
Yep.
But you feel confident in the location that you have found to be able to rest.
Gotcha.
So if you decide to, if you go back to the group, you can let them know and bring them to the spot.
Yeah, he'll do that. Just to make sure that keeping attention for everything around them, making sure there's no signs that it's getting closer to them or about to do anything. But once he's sure of that, we'll lead them all to that spot that he's found.
And you know what? As you lead the group, something I've been doing in my games recently is I've been removing the narrative describing from myself and giving it into the hands of my players. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's very fun to go, okay, I'm not going to describe this. You describe it. I've already laid down the basics. You found a spot that you're confident that it gives you a
Yep.
solid view of the land. You feel safer
I'm just
than normal. What does this, as you lead the group to this location, whether it's in the woods or it's a field, etc., what does the spot that Vidar found look like?
I was about to say the terrain is like switches from like fields to like hills and stuff along the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be like in one of the more grassy flatland ish where we're like just about to hit a hill and it's the hill that he spots like, okay, if any spots is going to be good, it's that one because it's open, it's high ground to get a good view of everything, and might be easier to defend in case anything instead of being surrounded by woods.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because
So
whatever
that
would have to fight up to us, exerting
exactly.
energy.
And even then, there's less likely a chance for ambush because we'll be able to see them before they come to us.
Yeah.
So that's the idea, is that it's more or less like the flat-ish hilltop,
Mm-hmm.
kind of looking over the area around them off of the side of the road, so that way they can have something while still keeping vigilance.
All right, and you guys are led to this hilltop, overlooking parts of the woods and the fields around you, where you can uh, attempt to bed down and rest until the morning come. Um, and I'm going to ask one by one. We'll start with Averan. Averan, as the group begin to set up camp, as you all begin to get ready, and for this night of rest, knowing that there's a Leshen out there, knowing that you're being watched, but knowing you still have a job to do, what do you do before, whether you fall asleep or otherwise? What do you do during this time?
So we're up on like I imagine like a hilltop or
Yeah,
whatever,
like a
right?
flat hilltop. Yeah.
With is there like a tree there or something?
Yeah, I'll say there's a tree or two. You're not in the woods anymore, but there's still
Right,
trees
right.
around. Yeah.
Um. Uh. Essentially, uh, I think Avren would be more curious about making sure dinner gets made and stuff because at the end of the day, you know, fighting on an empty stomach. Like if there's more than likely gonna be a fight in your future, you don't plan for failure. Um, and then also while kind of like helping attend to that, making sure fire gets built, making sure that like whatever pot gets put on the kettle kind of concept. Um, Also is keeping an eye out for those crows. Just like if any of them like essentially like if any of them land in the nearby trees within like 10 meters, like essentially he's looking out for that.
Okay. I'm gonna ask for 2 rolls. One of them's a joke roll. One of them's a real roll. Um, the joke
Okay.
roll is, can you roll me ritual crafting to see how good the food you make is?
Ritual crafting.
Yeah.
Um Oh, fucking! I learned how to cook in an academy. Everything's a ritual.
Hey, listen,
Where the fuck is it?
cooking to some people is a ritual.
I mean, very much so. I mean,
It's all the way at the bottom.
there's a reason why. Yeah. Oh, excellent. I do have ritual crafting. Um, there's a reason why. Like every iconic picture of like your old school witch is on top, around a freaking cauldron brewing some soup,
And it's
Okay.
it's good. I'm gonna go back to that description, allowing my players to describe again as you throw some stuff in a pot over the fire. Um, you do have supplies. You have bread. You have meats, and you have some vegetables with you that you all got from the um, White Orchard Inn before you had to leave. What do you make, Averin, as you're setting?
I imagine he's like throwing in some of his own stuff like into like whatever pot, whatever kettle, but I I also imagine he's also throwing in some shit he's like swiped out of the wagon, like
Hmm.
some of the merchants like finer shit that he's like holding out on, and he's like, oh yeah, we got some fucking pepper in here, and like
All right. And then roll me your awareness. I don't believe you need a check mark to roll it. It's just if you have a check mark, obviously you're trained in it, you're good in it, but you can roll me your awareness. 14.
14.
While you're cooking and setting up for the night, you do every now and then, not close to your camp, more into the woods proper, you do hear an occasional caw, and you see a crow or two perched upon a tree.
No, they're out there. They're like past the 10 meters, right?
Yes, they're not close enough to where uh, it's easy to see them. They're in the
Mm,
darkness of the night, but you can hear the sound and track at least one or two crows a bit further in the woods.
okay. Like seeing that, Averan will literally think, "You little fucking avian bastards! You could just get a little bit closer, will you?" And then like throw in some pork belly or something into the pot.
Okay. Cinead, what are we doing?
What time of night is it when we're making camp?
I'll say the moon is on high, so mm, late, maybe like 12:31 in the morning.
Okay, so it's pretty middle of the night
Mm-hmm.
for us. So I'd probably be focused on making a quick and tidy camp, and then if Averin is cooking, I want to put all my other energies into finding burnable materials to stock up so we can have a fire going for as long as we can.
Okay.
That would probably include even like riding down the hill to the
Mhm.
like the plains area if there's like any resources or timber that I can get and just kind of like put up onto the saddle and come back up without being too risky.
Yeah. Give me a wilderness survival.
Something tells me this is not my specialty. It's just well, I've got a 10 intelligence, but no stats, no skill points. So just
It's just
1d10. I'll just
a
roll.
flat.
I'll just roll from the game this time. Did it not roll?
I know some roles come up with like a pop-up, like, do you want to add, is there bonuses that you might have to...
Oh, it did. Never mind. There we go. So that's a 15.
15. Okay. So the fun thing about The Witcher is there is crafting. You can craft potions, you can craft certain items to help you along your journey.
Mhm.
You are able to find, burnable material and whatnot as you forge around, and there is actual rules for forging. There's a forging DC. Roll me. I'm gonna give you. Okay, I'm gonna give you a few options here.
Okay.
Let me see here. Just looking. Do you want to? I'm gonna have you roll three things. I'm gonna have you roll two things here.
Okay.
You're gonna find some substances. Do you want vitriol, rebus, aether, or cubrith? You get to pick two.
Say again?
So there's cubrith, and I'm not gonna explain what's what. I'm just gonna these are crafting
Mhm.
substances. I'm just gonna let you pick based on how you feel.
Okay.
Do you want cubrith, aether, rebus, or vitriol?
Aether and vitriol.
Okay. Roll me 1d10.
10. The
10?
double zeros on the D100.
Okay. You gain 10 units.
I don't think it's going to show this.
Roll me a d4 if you got
2.
2. You gain 10 units of barley.
Barley?
And there is indeed a location that you can mark that down. If you go into, let me find it. If you go into gear and inventory, you'll see there is alchemical substance,
Mm-hmm.
and you can hit the drop arrow and add your substance and how much you have. So that was vitriol, and you can hit the drop down arrow and add your 10 units of barley.
We be gonna make some bread.
And then you said aether for your next.
Yes.
Roll me a d4 again.
2 again.
Roll me a d6 this time.
4.
4. You gain 4 units of Genacia petals. And it's the same thing. Hit the drop down menu under Aether and add your 4 units of Genacia petals.
Okay.
I also realized I was looking at Averan's character sheet when I was messing around and looking at the
Yeah.
the
Also,
stuff. Whoops.
which was nice because you reminded me to put the glowing wraith dust in my inventory.
There you go.
Which also, uh, so that I don't have to ask this later. How many units was I able to acquire? I put 1, but like, I feel like an entire wraith pile might be worth more than 1 potentially.
Yes, that is a wonderful question. Let's see here. I think it's just so in the PDF, the dust does not have a quantity label, so I think it's just you have 1 pouch of dust.
Okay.
And then I see we have had a Vidar go into the void. Oh, he's back. What do you do for the night, Witcher, Master Witcher?
Um, He's probably going to just keep an eye out until everyone's ready to sleep, and if I have to, try to roll the meditation skill to keep aware of everything to gain the benefits of sleeping, but still remaining vigilant.
Sure.
I like having a Witcher in our party.
That's a
Also-
6, so I don't think that's going to go very well.
Witcher can enter a meditative trance, which grants all the benefits of sleeping, but allows them to remain vigilant. While meditating, Witchers consider awake for the person noticing anything within double their meditation value. So you just do. You stay awake. It's just that you only have a 12-meter
Gotcha.
viewpoint.
So everything within 12 meters, I can still hear it.
Yes. And the way I think I'm going to describe it is everything within 12 meters is still a noticeable, audible, whatnot to you. You can still hear, like, you're still aware of stuff beyond that 12-meter reach, but it's more of a muffle.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not like your ears suddenly stop working beyond the
Yeah.
12 meters. You can still hear stuff, but if you hear a crow cawing, it's a crow cawing into, 6 pillows. It's very muffled. But you
Also,
are.
I asked earlier if anyone had any rope. Does anyone have any rope?
I'm pretty sure I do not have any rope. Not on my character sheet specifically.
No rope show.
Does the merchant have any rope?
Be a
Roll
pretty bad
me-
merchant, I think, if he didn't.
Roll me a because you already said you were kind of doing it. Roll me a well, okay. Are you trying to sneak rope off his cart, or are you asking him?
Well, at first I was asking, but like if he just ignores me, then like yeah, I'll fucking just go and look.
Nah, he wouldn't ignore you. He would say he has rope. He would ask you what you need it for.
Oh, just a couple of like about like 2 feet of it, to be able to do something that would benefit the party greatly, but potentially.
Okay.
In theory.
I'm not gonna ask for a roll. I think he's seen enough shit with the 3 of you already in the short span of time that he will, he's prioritizing his safety. He will cut some rope for you.
I will take some of like the pork belly or whatever, or like whatever meat is in like the community like feast, and like tie it to one end of the rope, and then like take like a shiny coin or something shiny, it doesn't really fucking matter what, and tie it to the other end of the rope and like toss it up into the tree so that it
Okay.
like tangles up there as like a way to entice the crows, because something shiny and food.
Interesting. Okay. This is such a silly thing I'm about to ask you.
I'm for it. What is it?
Can you roll seduction with a +2 bonus?
With a +2 bonus? Hell yeah. When your DM tells you to roll seduction with a +2 bonus, you don't even question. Where is seduction? Oh, I'm good at that apparently. So
You're the bardish style mage, right?
Can someone
yeah, for sure.
Can someone add that as a quote in my server, please?
Fumbled by 2. I rolled a 1.
When your DM asks you to roll seduction with +2, you don't ask questions. And you fumbled
I rolled
it
a
still.
1 and it's still a 14. I rolled a 1, and then it's still a 14.
It is still a fumble. I gotta find where fumbles on skills were. It's a big PDF. There's a lot going on.
It doesn't even go into the tree. It just, like, goes off in somewhere else.
Okay, failure. No, you throw it into the tree. It makes it into the tree. The fumble, I'm gonna have the fumble be the one of the crows flies over, grabs the shiny object, whether it's a coin or otherwise, off the meat, and then continues flying.
Okay. So I gotta work fast, right? Um, as soon as it like starts flying in and like goes to like grab the like shiny thing or the meat, um, because I have not dismissed it this entire fucking time, because one, paranoia, and two, paranoia.
Yeah.
My staff is on me. Let's see. I am casting. Beep, beep, telepathy. And
Oh.
since it only costs me 2, my staff eats that difference, and so I will be casting telepathy for free, and I will be talking to this motherfucker. Um, I will be asking the crows why they're watching us, and you know, uh, what them and their potential master wants. We are just trying to pass through.
Don't mind me just Googling, can Leshens speak?
Telepathy allows you to communicate telepathically with one subject for the duration of the spell. Telepathy crosses language barriers. I love the language barriers part.
That
That's the part where I
is
went, fuck
really good.
yeah.
That
Because
I do love that
crows speak.
because in other games it'd be like, no, they have to understand you. No, not in The Witcher.
At least this Google search, you don't have to add 5e on the end.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like, and then you think about how many times that you've had to wiki search the effects of phosphorus for quantum black, and it's like, oh.
Okay. I
Now,
want
like,
you to roll a I want you to roll a resist magic.
resist magic.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
I want you to roll resist magic for me.
But that's not how I work. I don't resist magic. I flow with the magic, you see. Yep, 20.
So I'm not gonna have you take any damage.
Thank
But
you, oh great and gracious DM.
but the telepathy as the crow gets in range and as you ask it as it's flying, before it gets out of the range of telepathy, before the telepathy ceases, you do get this voice back within your own head. A deep voice. This almost like ancient voice. You are a blight that I will purge. And then the crow is out of the range. And telepathy is no longer.
Okay. So I imagine to everyone else what this would essentially like look like is as soon as the crow comes flying over, you would see Averan look up towards it, and then like the tip of his staff, like him like reach for his staff like next to him while he's like cooking or whatever, and then like the tip of it glow, and then like his face go like wide, and then he would look at everyone else and be like, "Yeah, this thing hates us, man. Like it wants us dead, dead. Like it, uh, shit."
What did you do to this thing? I'm like half in my
Uh,
bedroll at this point because it's late.
I think what essentially I think the fastest way to convey this, I think he would just cast telepathy again, holding a staff, and like with like speak in the back of his mind and be like, "I just asked it a question," and it,
Oh,
and then like using his actual
mhm.
mouth, he'll say, "And it spoke back."
But why does it hate? Is it you or you that it hates? Or points at the merchant. Him.
No, like all of us, like it spoke in a manner in which it sees all of us as a blight.
Oh. Gosh, we're not gonna get any sleep tonight, are we?
Which, fast forwarding, as you all lay to rest or attempted rest, the way rest works is you restore your HP um, equal to your REC score.
Recovery. What about your stamina?
Yes, let me look into that as well. That I know is how healing HP works. Um, let's see. That is a wonderful question. To Google. Um, oh, okay. Stamina recovery is just a casual thing. So after every fight, you guys would go back to your top of stamina. Health is obviously different. You need to actually take time, but stamina is more of like think of stamina as
Your
your
energy?
adrenaline during a fight.
Yep.
Um, so if you were down any stamina, go back to your max, um, or whatnot. Um, but as you all begin to rest and you gain this night, Vidar,
Yeah.
roll me awareness with a +2 bonus.
Okay. 22.
Nice.
22. Within this 12-meter radius. The Witcher Medallion. It begins to thrum. Stepping into this radius. Now you will have time to pull out your weaponry. You will have time to awaken your allies. No one will be surprised here.
Gotcha.
But stepping into this radius, one on the left, one on the right, two black-furred wolves, growling, snarling, foam at the mouth as they encroach into the campsite.
Gotcha.
In the center of them. Now, wolves are big. If you've not seen a wolf in real life, they're huge.
Yep.
This, in the middle of them, is a warg. Much larger. Take a wolf, double its size. Except it does not have black fur. It has this almost snowy white fur and massive fangs as it boom, boom, paws into the camp. And as you get your weapons, as you get your weapon at the ready, as you pull your sword, what is your rallying cry? What is your cry? What is your wake the fuck up, everyone? It could even just be wake the fuck up, everyone, because that is a very Witcher thing to say.
Everyone to your feet. We have some slaying to do.
Now that's good. And you are all Averan, Cinead. You are able to wake up and join this fight. I gotta remember how initiative works. So initiative, roll 1d10 and add it to your ref stat.
I mean, we just have a initiative button we can
That is
click.
true right there. I forgot that existed. So let me put up a turn order here.
I'm not seeing any battle map.
We do not
Would
have a battle map.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering because, because normally I have to like click on my token, right?
Mhm.
Like,
So there, we're on the top of the mountain. This is Cinead.
And
This is
it is early, like daylight is just starting to peek out from beyond the trees. As this happens, the wolves have been following you for a while. I just want to say I have
Done.
Streamlabs open in the center of my top monitor, and I also have Discord in my top monitor, so it can easily capture everyone's cameras. And Streamlabs covers most of my top monitor. For a split second there, out of the corner of my eye, I just see a cat head flop visibly into my section, and that was the funniest thing ever.
Uh-huh.
But it is kind of getting to the early morning. The sun is just starting to raise. Cinead has a 16.
I was gonna ask before I rolled. Orgs. Do I know if they are something I need my silver sword or my steel sword for?
Give me a Witcher training.
14.
14. They are beasts,
So steel would be fine.
which I believe, yes, steel would be fine.
Gotcha. Because I want to make. He'd be making the right sword for this fight, so
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna draw his steel sword, and that's a 14.
And you have a 14 initiative. Okay. So 14 for Vidar. A 14 for Wolf 1. A 14 or 7 for Wolf 2 and a 7 for the Warg. So, as this combat begins, and you are jostled awake to the sound of Vidar going, "We have slaying to do," and wolves entering the camp. Cinead is first. What would you like to do?
Oh, I was muted. Gonna roll over and sit up in his sleeping bag, pulling his knife out, rubbing the sleep from his eyes. Is the fire died out?
I'll say the fire still has some bit of embers to it. It's not fully extinguished.
Okay. I feel like being human, his night vision isn't really that good. So he looks around and just sees a wall of darkness. The silhouette of the tree a little bit darker than that, and the embers is the thing that he would want to ignite. So just from his sleeping bag, he's gonna cast Enya again and try to light up the fire, at least in a big burning circle. Maybe that'll scare the wolves too.
All right, give me your spell casting.
Spell casting is a skill, right?
Yep. It's also at the bottom of
You
the
can
spell.
Oh, I missed that. Where do I click? Oh, on
Yeah.
the. Okay, I see.
Chat, yeah.
24.
24. Okay, I'm gonna roll some courages. Depending if they can beat your 24. So as you create this blaze and you have a better view, if the wolves and the warg can beat your 24, they will not receive penalties on any attacks. But if they get lower than your 24, I will give them penalties on their attacks for the sudden burst of great flame.
Yeah.
So
And hopefully that
here's
illuminates everything so we can all see what we're dealing with.
here is wolf number 1. That is a 12. Actually, I have to add this. Here's wolf number 2. That's an 18. And then the warg gets a 20. So all of them, I will give a -2 for their next attacks. And then as
Can
a
I also
reminder,
get.
yeah, I was just going to
Oh,
go
can
over
I?
the actions you can do.
Okay. I was gonna just see if I could stand up out of my
Yeah,
bag.
100%.
So yeah. So okay, then that's all I wanted to do.
Okay. The wolf, the first wolf, is going to charge Vidar, the first person it sees. I will give it a -2 to its melee from the bright light. That is a 13, which I'm sure you can beat.
See? Yep, 20.
Indeed, you do. You are able to bash it out of the way, or just move out of the way as it comes in for a lunge. Which that is well, let me read stamina again. Yeah, it's going to attempt to lash out at you again. It's going to spend a stamina point to try and bite at you with a -3 this time.
Gotcha. Remind me. Reactions. I only get one, right?
Let me look this up. Let me check. Little checky check. Where's defending in combat?
Okay, each action costs 1 stamina. Gotcha.
Defending against attacks.
Oh wait. Extra attacks and defense.
I think you just can. I don't think there's any negatives to being attacked multiple times.
Gotcha. Yeah, looks of it doesn't look like it.
So it is going to try and attack you again at a -3 this time. That's a 14. Ooh.
Nope. Fumble.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Let me go back to the fumbles. So, fumbles.
I
That
think
is
it's
a
reflex defending.
yes. So I think it's a. I think you take the fumble number, which is in between 1 to 5. So you do not take a major fumble. I'm going to see where the wolf is targeting.
Gotcha.
So target location. The torso. If you're successful, your attack will deal standard damage. So it lunges. It lunges at you first, and then you sidestep out of the way as it goes past you. But it turns on its heels and goes right back at you and bites into your chest. As a reminder,
Okay.
if you have chest armor, your
I
armor
do.
reduces the damage by the number. So if your armor is worth 5, you reduce whatever damage by 5.
It looks like it's worth 8.
So then although I do think the armor, I know the more your armor takes damage, the more the value goes down. Well, let's just see the damage. So I'm going to roll the bite damage of our wolfy friend. That is 10 damage. So you reduce it by 8. So you're going to take 2 damage as the teeth make its way into your flesh a little bit.
Gotcha.
But it is
Yeah.
your turn.
Me. Let me just see what the SP, subtract the SP of your armor from the incoming attack. Okay. I don't know if after that it does any damage to the armor itself.
I do know that is a mechanic reducing the actual armor because I do know weapons and armor can break in this system.
Yeah.
But this is a simple combat. I'll say let's not worry about it right now. You reduce the damage by 8. You take 2 points of
Yep.
actual damage to your HP,
Okay.
and it is your turn.
Cool. I'm just going to attack the one that attacked me.
Okay.
Seeing Wolf School Strong Strike, so I don't have to worry about anything against that.
All right.
You know, I'm gonna aim for the head specifically. I know that's gonna probably be more difficult, but let's go for it.
Okay.
That's another fumble
Ooh, bad,
with an 8.
bad. So melee, you damage your weapon severely. Your weapon takes 1d10 points of reliability damage. So this is where the breaking weapons comes into play. What is the reliability of a Witcher steel sword?
15.
15. Okay. So I don't think there are any negative effects until your weapon breaks.
So that's 5. So now it's down to 10.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna take an extra attack.
All right, spend a
I believe
stamina.
I believe that takes 2 points of stamina or 1.
Let me go back up. You can spend 1 point of stamina to make 1 extra attack against a target at a -3.
Gotcha. Will do.
Oh yeah, you're right. Each action, if you're forced to make more than 1 defensive action during a round, it does cost a stamina. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
So this
So
next attack is a -3.
I'll just drop it down to by 2 because I had dodged again.
Okay.
Do another strong strike. I'm not going to be aiming at anything particular. That's a 23.
23. Okay, let me roll its dodge. No mods. That is a 15. That was the wrong stat block, but I think they share the exact same. So I will. Yeah, they share the same. So I'm just gonna keep that as is. So that is 18 points of damage.
Yep. And I don't think it specifically asked me where it's gonna hit, so
You can, if you want, you can just hit target location on the quick roll buttons.
Yep. Like torso for
Okay. So you bring your sword
standard
down,
damage.
you slash into the body of the wolf. It lets out a yelp as you slice into it, cutting out a chunk. It is still up, but barely. It is bleeding heavily. That you sliced a large chunk out of this wolf, and it is barely standing.
Gotcha. Let me just look at something involving the sword real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think meteorite does something.
I know meteorite is good against monsters. I don't know if it's beneficial against beasts, but I know if you're fighting like a hag or a leshen, meteorite it will get through defenses.
Gotcha.
But as you slice into it, Averan, it is your turn. There is a wolf heavily bleeding out in front of you. There is a fresh wolf and a warg as well.
Alright, Averin will roll out of bed. We all know that he was cuddling his staff, so he has that on him. He will, after standing up, he will stab his staff into the ground and cast Earthen Spike. He will be targeting the warg.
Okay.
Nice.
So roll your spell casting.
That's a lot of damage. I really hope you hit.
20.
I'll roll its resist magic. 16.
Actually, I think that should be a dodge.
Is it a dodge? Oh yes, dodge or block.
With
You're
Earthen
correct.
Spike, it's
So let me roll its dodge. My bad. Thank you for noticing that and telling me. 17. So 24 points of damage.
to its torso.
To its torso. This warg, you blast this rock into its torso, and it gets
Well, no, it's like it's not like a projectile,
mhm.
right? It's like a full-blown
Yeah,
spike coming out
that's
of
what
the
I'm saying.
ground that is permanently there now until 20 points of damage is done to it.
And it slams into the torso of this warg, sticking it there. It yells, it lets loose this yelp and roar in pain, and it is bleeding heavily. It is hurt, and it is.
How high can the spike go? Like, is it? I forgot. Is it 20 feet? 10 feet?
The range is 6
So,
meters.
right.
That's like 20 feet. Yeah. 25, 24 feet?
Is
Was
there
that how
anything
high it
else?
sticks up?
I think.
That's how far away I
No,
can
it's 19,
cast
Yeah,
it,
20
I
feet.
think.
Is there anything else you would like to do, Averan?
I don't think I can cast again, can I? Like, is that a thing I can do? I also need a
I do
account
not
for.
believe so. Because it says you can spend 1 stamina point to make 1 extra attack. I think spell casting and attacks are kind of 2 different things. So I do not believe so. But is that all for you? Oh no. Have we lost an Averan?
Seems frozen.
Oh no.
Or something. What?
Oh
Oh,
god.
there you are.
Oh no.
You were
Do I
frozen
need to
for a
fix
very
my
long
connection?
time.
Oh geez.
We can hear you now. I was asking if there's anything else you would like to do.
Oh, I said no unless there's like an excuse for like a skill roll or something. Other than that, I think I'm done.
All right. Well, wolf number 2. Wolf is going to.
The
Wolf
last
is.
surviving uninjured wolf so far.
Yeah, this one is going to charge at you, Averan. It is going to try and jump at you to bite into you for attacking its warg leader.
Oh no.
This will be at a -2.
Yay! I'm not meant for this. I
-2.
think I'm gonna die, guys.
That's a 10. So you have to beat a 10
Oh,
with a dodge, escape, or block, or.
Hide
right.
under the blankets. He can't see you if
Where
you
do
can't
I
see it.
find the? I'm not seeing a dodge like button on the attack itself. Where would I like
It's
find
in
that
it,
on
it
my sheet?
Under
it's in
reflexes and
yeah,
your skills.
reflexes.
Would I just hit reflex?
You hit dodge
Or
escape.
oh,
Dodge
you said
escape is one of
skills?
the dodge/escape is one of the skills under reflexes.
Oh, second one down.
Oh, I see it now. Okay, sweet. There you go.
You beat a 10. It's going to spend a stamina point to try and bite you again now at a -3. That's a 15.
Try to dodge it. And do I take a penalty for that? Or...
You don't take a penalty, but you do spend a stamina point for this extra dodge. Okay, so it beats you, so it is going to bite into you. Let's see where it bites. It's going to bite your torso. So it's going to do standard damage. If you have any torso armor, your armor SP reduces the damage.
I do not.
So then you're going to take 3 points of damage as it bites into you. The warg is stuck, and it doesn't like that. So it's going to try and bite and destroy the stalagmite, which I think attacks
20 points of damage by the look of.
And I think attacks just automatically hit it, right? It's just it has to eat through it.
Yeah, I mean it's there. I mean,
Yeah.
can it reach it? With like, I mean,
I'm gonna say yes. So it's gonna bite into the stalagmite. So keep track of the HP for it, if you will. It's gonna take 6 points of damage. And we're back to Cinead.
Cinead would like to leap at the wolf that just got almost cleaved in two by Vidar, and I want to jump onto its back and just plunge my knife into the back of its nape.
Go for it.
So this will be a attack with blade. I want to roll.
Want to, so yeah, and
Okay,
then
so I'll do strong strike. Extra action? No, because that's a penalty, right?
yeah,
Okay, I don't want a penalty. Target torso or head? What would you say the back of the neck would be?
I'd say torso.
Okay.
Say torso.
14.
So 14 and has to roll its dodge escape.
Yeah.
That's a 16.
Okay, so
You
I
can
get
spend a
knocked
stamina
aside.
to attack again.
Oh, I can? I thought you had to specify first, no?
No, you can spend a stamina
Oh,
point
okay.
to do another attack, but this next attack is at a -3.
Okay, I will do that. Shouldn't the wolves have been at a -5 then because of the fire scariness?
They've only hit twice anyways, and they had to spend stamina points for it.
Hey,
Okay,
give them give the wolf something, man.
okay. Would this be the extra action? Yes, to auto put in. Okay. Target. Still, I want us to hit the torso. Ugh, 9.
17. You miss both swings.
Okay. Okay, I think that's. I want to shout actually to Vidar. It's okay. I got this one. Even if I don't.
And you know what? As you shout that, the wolf is going to turn on its heel and try and bite you.
Okay. That's fine.
So you can do a dodge escape against a 14.
Oh, this is going to be easy. It actually was easy.
22.
Now that I'm awake.
It's going to spend another stamina to try to do the exact same thing at a -3 because it's desperate. So you can spend, you have it to defend again with dodge escape. You have to spend a stamina point.
Yeah, I will do that. So I need to take one for my second attack too. So it'll be down 2.
And it gets a 16.
Okay. And dodge escape.
All right, you are able to dodge out of the way, Vidar.
Well, if he says he's got that one, and clearly it's the warg that got pierced through,
Yep.
and the other wolf is still moving, so he's gonna move to that one and attack it.
Okay. "19 is very good. Now let's see what the attack looks like.
3.
23. 14, 19 damage. It is barely standing, just like the last one. Unless actually,
Cool.
well, let's see the target location. You might get double damage.
That is very fair. Or
19. Okay,
Nope, of course so.
it is barely hanging on.
then I will spend another one for another attack.
All right, this is at a -3.
Yep. I'll just do fast strike. Oh, technically fast strike is 2 of them.
Oh,
They're technically at minus.
yeah, they are at
Extra
-3.
attack is -3, so that's a 16 and a
Well, a
17.
13 still doesn't do it. You go in with one heavy strike through the torso and then cleave back upwards, taking off its head as it falls dead.
And yeah, that'll be my turn.
Averan, there is a warg pierced on a spike, and one that Cinead very confidently is saying he's got. Both of them look almost dead.
Okay, so I'm so happy to be here and to do this. I cast Earthen Spike on the warg again, your only option is to dodge, but how the fuck do you
Yeah,
dodge?
I'm gonna say it can't.
So
So describe where does this spike go
uh
as you
I
kill the warg?
imagine it like it's like from just like a little bit of a different direction, creating kind of like the like crossing X factor between it, right?
I was thinking about the spell. So it doesn't say how tall the spike is. The only distance is that it's about 20 feet, 6 meters. So the distance between
I got torso again. It really was just like
so if Averan is, let's just say, 5 feet away from the warg, or 10 feet, then the difference is how tall it can go, right? So it can go 10 feet up, or if you're 5 foot closer, it can go 15 foot up. Is that how it would work?
and see, and as I'm reading it, it's more over. That's where like the range is from which the spike starts, right? So like it can't like go past like at, like 6 meters, right?
Mhm.
So like at 6 meters, it's just going straight up, right? Like there's
But
no
how
angle to
high
it,
up? That's
I think that is a
right?
question for another time. As Cinead, there's a wolf on you,
okay.
and you said you got this.
Is it my turn to attack him again, or
Yeah.
he's attacking me? Oh, um, I am going to take my blade with both hands, feint a little, like I'm gonna chop, and then just fireball.
Roll your spell casting. Oh my
21.
god, that's so funny. I'm gonna grab my blade, feint like I'm going to attack fireball. That's funny, man. That's really funny. 19. No, this is a charred wolf, and that's combat. Uh, as the blast of fire gouts out and sprays out with the charred remains left behind, uh, you all hear the voice of the merchant from behind his cart, uh, peer out and say, "Is everyone all right? Perhaps we should be moving as soon as possible."
I want to look over and see, are we all right?
There's some blood trickling from Vidar and Averan, but they don't seem like they're gonna die.
It's
Nope.
not the first time I've been bit. Hell, I've paid for that treatment.
I'm gonna go just start rolling up my bedroll.
Hey, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that was it.
Gotcha. Vidar just kind of like cleans the blood off his sword, sheathing it, and then make sure anything else that needs to be gathered is gathered, puts out the fire so we can get moving to get out of this area.
And you all begin moving.
Before we leave, and
Mhm.
like while everyone else is like doing stuff, Averin is collecting some of the warg blood into like a
Corpse.
pouch or container.
If the is the warg the one that has really white fur?
Yes.
We should take the fur. That'll fetch a good price.
Especially if we make it into boots.
All right.
Indeed.
I won't ask for a roll. I'll just say with time, you guys can carve the warg and remove its pelt and take some of its blood to get onto the long road to Novigrad.
Can
As
I cut
you,
the tail of the other wolf that I burned its face?
yeah,
I just want to attach it to my sling backpack, so I just have a
yeah.
wolf.
Throw that into your inventory. Throw down the pelt, the blood, the tail into your inventories. Whoever's taking. But you're able to get back onto the road. Time passes.
also, like,
Mhm.
only because I feel like something like Eye of Warg sounds like something that either me or the Witcher would be interested in. We will be taking the eyes as well.
Sure. Time passes while you're on the road. Likely conversations happening, whether the Witcher responds or the two mages talk. But you go on. You begin getting further into the day, afternoon time maybe, when you begin to hear in the distance sounds of armor on the road. You know, the distinct sound of clinking of armor walking your way. You see a host of about 8 soldiers. Notable to all of you, I won't ask for rolls. Obsidian black armor with the occasional yellow marking. Nilfgaardians.
Bastards themselves.
And as they approach, they see you all. They see your group. One of them holds up his hand for you all to halt. And he
I
does
want to.
shout out, halt.
This happens.
Mhm.
I probably should have asked back at the thing, at the farmhouse before we torched it. Is there a chance to do a retroactive scent tracking
Sure,
because of the scene that was left behind?
sure.
See if any of these scents match the ones in front of us.
Yeah.
What would that be?
Give me a. I think any sort of tracking scent or otherwise would be wilderness survival.
All right. Unfortunately, I have a -2 in that. That's a 13.
Within this group of 8 soldiers, there is familiar scent. You're not able to pinpoint it to who,
Gotcha.
but it is there.
Excellent.
Question also, because the fight happened at nighttime, how did that affect our stamina and if anybody's health?
I'll say, given time, your stamina is back, your health is not back.
Okay.
Um, as the Nilfgaardian shouts halt, the merchant kind of pauses for a moment and says to all of you, "Let us not cause trouble if we can get by. Um,
They're
Everything
gonna
will be
take all
fine.
your goods.
I have my papers. Let's just not cause any troubles." And
I'm gonna look
the
left and right. I want to see what my
I
compatriots' expressions are or their attitudes.
I have one. It is like they're like a clear leader, and is there also one that seems a little bit like kind of like shifty already? You know what I mean? Like, you
um,
know,
give me a
like
human
the
perception.
human perception. Wait, human. Wow, that's so specific. 19.
Nice.
None of them seem to be shifty. I mean, none of them seem to be shifty per se. They all seem to carry the weight of being a soldier. Um, there doesn't seem to be any leader. There's no one with the markings of a leader. These seem to all be like your foot soldier. But there is one guy who's kind of leading the group. The one who said halt. The one who's kind of leading this stop.
Okay. Uh, so I'm pretty sure I can do this silently, or like how would you say this, stealthfully or whatever. So I just can't not do this because I do not like the Nilfgaardians, and so boom, a little bit of Hex of Shadows in that particular motherfucker.
I think I know which one that is.
I will take
Oh.
the 4.
The Hex of
So
Shadows.
the Hex of Shadows creates whispers in the shadows and silhouettes around the corners. The subject must make random awareness checks with an unspecified DC. It doesn't matter. The potato isn't real. There was never a potato. Always, always almost catching a glimpse of something or someone. The awareness checks are never a real threat, just visions. And that's permanent for the rest of this asshole's life, unless he does a specific like thing to lift it, and he has to gain that knowledge in the first place. So fun time.
So a while ago, I wrote a message saying that I'm going to write out the merchant because I want the story to be focused on the three of you rather than NPC. And I said I'll still let you guys do stuff because I said the Nilfgaardians will be involved. I will say this is my writing out the merchant, so we're gonna end the We're gonna end the campaign. We're not ending the campaign here. We're gonna end the session here, but I am going to narrate a moment. Um, you cast this Hex of Shadows on this leader. He's still approaching with his posse and is kind of just looking around every now and then. But they do approach, and they do the well. What do we have here, merchant? Let's see your papers. Uh, Merchant hands them the papers. They look it over and says, "We'll be needing you to come to our outpost so we can go over all of your goods more thoroughly. Come with us." Uh, and a few of them turn around and get ready to lead the merchant. The merchant, however, looks at the three of you, says, "Do not worry, this will be fine. I will still pay you for your work." He kind of goes to a hushed tone. He goes specifically to you, Witcher. Um, he tells the soldiers, the Nilfgaardians, "Just give me one moment, please." He hops off his cart, goes to the back. You see him take out a tiny box, like a cigar box almost, and he hands it to you, Witcher. And he says, "The three of you will still get paid for your work. Do me a favor. Make sure you deliver this to my contact within within Novigrad. You will get paid if you deliver this. There is a crooked house in the slums of Novigrad. That is where you will deliver this."
I'll just give a nod. Taking the box. This is probably a stretch because I don't know how long ago those buys were, or how long ago that. Probably a good stretch of time has actually passed since the incident in that farmhouse, so it's probably too much of a stretch to see if there's. You know what, I'm just gonna let that go. I
Okay.
legitimately myself can't logic scratch marks still being visible on somebody after that much time if there's a skeleton left. So yeah, I'm just gonna pass by that question. He's just gonna nod his head and take the box and stash it
Okay.
properly.
As you stash the box, the merchant gets back on the cart and is guided by the Nilfgaardians, leaving the three of you behind. However, I know my players. I know the damage you want to do to the Nilfgaardians. Of the 8-man party, 2 of them remain behind.
I will ask this now. Is the familiar scent still staying?
You know, I'm going to say yes. And that is where we will end our session of the long road to Novigrad. We'll be back in 2 weeks for our final session of the year, where I think some violence to Nilfgaardians may occur. That is where we will end our session. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll be back in 2 weeks.